Three cases in which Trump has received setbacks. Should he be concerned? I don't think so, because remember I told you 30% success is huge. The Democrats are not going to just like that lie down and take all these things. They are going to come hard. They have entrenched a judiciary that they can sway, and this is something that's been known. Remember, in the United States, parties are declared of the judges also. I mean, they know beforehand that a certain judge is Democrat leaning or a Republican leaning, and people do sharp benches to make sure that they get the verdict they want. The other side has full freedom to oppose that, and usually a jury-based trial evens out all these things. Be that as it may, what are the three cases where he has got a setback, and is that like bad, or is it something that can be overcome? All this and more in this hangout, and small request to all of you to please like this video. Three legal blows, but I'm going to tell you the but in just a moment. I'm also going to talk about the reason why Trump has raised tariffs on aluminum by 50% to Canada. Let's first look at this part. Federal judges, three of them, have ruled against Trump administration, and this rapid fire start of executive orders has really rattled, but now they are beginning to mobilize their resources and starting the pushback process. The battle will have a major effect on how successful Trump is going to be in implementing all his promises. First one, a federal judge in New York halted the deportation of 𝗪𝗡𝗙𝗿, a Palestinian activist and a green card holder. See, this is where things get a little murky. If you are a green card holder, then you can be deported if you lie on your immigration application form. As to whether you can be deported for something like having a political belief, I don't know. Maybe that has to be verified in the court, and maybe the court will say that yes, Trump has full right to send him out. It's possible. I'm not saying it's not going to be possible. It is possible that that could happen. We have to give it some time. See, these are all new combinations where the law is probably not settled. In fact, the law may be not even challenged. So we have to wait for it to go through the court system and see what the court decides. Right now, he says that until further court orders, this person cannot be deported. So we'll just wait and see what happens. But what happened was that Khalil allegedly supported Hamas in many of the protests. You saw all those things happen right after October 7, 2023, and Israel started acting back. Then you saw these protests for about 6 to 9 months. Many campuses, same kind of pattern, looked like it was a toolkit that was driving all this stuff. Now, people will think twice before they start congregating in such things. I've always told you this. If you go to college, you go there to get knowledge. Don't get into politics. Politics is a big sewer. Don't get there and don't ruin your future like what's happening here. We've heard some other cases also. I mean, parents have really literally shed their blood to get you into a good college. Don't fritter it away is all I would say. So this pro-Palestine activism is going to die a very quick death. You won't see any more protests. I'm glad something like this is happening because, like I said, the politics has no place in campuses. It's just my personal opinion. Second one, what happens if somebody wants to know how DOGE is going about doing its processing? Can the freedom to ask these things, can the there is a transparency law, which is freedom of information request. Can the DOGE also be forced to submit to that and return or give replies? And a judge has said yes, and I think this is a good thing. Why I say that is because if you go to doge.gov every day, they are putting out all this data, including all the order number, how much money was released, how much is held back, all that stuff you're getting there. One-stop shop, and they are continuing to improve that website. So do take a look at that. I think this is a good thing. I don't think it in any way weakens Trump's hand. Third one, teacher grants must be temporarily restored. This is on the Department of Education where some steep cuts have been effected. This one is interesting that the judge from Boston has ordered reinstate grants for teacher training in 8 states. And this was essentially towards eliminating DEI programs. I don't know, this should be challenged, I think. And many states such as Massachusetts, California, and 6 other states challenged this. and now we are seeing the response from the judiciary. I have a feeling that this would be challenged at a higher court, and who knows, it might even get overturned. So what's going to happen next? In the Mahmoud Khalil's case, this will be reviewed, and we have to wait and see what the final deportation decision is. And DOGE has been doing it on their website. I've already seen it, so I don't see the second one as big problem. The teacher grant ruling remains in place while further court hearings proceed. At the end of the day, my feeling is that Trump will prevail. These are wasteful expenditures, and if the country decides that DEI is not good for the country, I think the court would have to agree to that. If not, there's a small limited time window in which Trump can actually override even a Supreme Court bench decision and pass a law. That's last resort. So let's wait and see how that plays out. I had also told you that I'm going to explain why I think Trump has imposed additional tariffs on aluminum from Canada. Viewers, I've been telling you this. China has overproduced a lot of aluminum and a lot of steel. And where will they dump it? Well, US is the primary location where they would want to dump it. Is it possible that some of that aluminum, some of that steel has found its way into Canada, and now Canada is trying to pass it off as if its own aluminum and its own steel? Is it possible that Trump team has found out that the origin of these was actually China, and therefore they want to make sure that the tariff is levied according to what they are doing to China today? On these two particular things, China is being levied 50% tariffs. And the reason for that is because they overproduce by so much that it's unbelievable. They wanted to do that thing to just completely take out every aluminum producer in the world except theirs, and every steel producer in the world except theirs. So that is why that is happening. I have a feeling that this aluminum that Trump is threatening to put tariffs on probably originated from China. We'll have to wait and see how that plays out. But the Ontario governor saying that he's going to levy 25% tariff on electricity, and if US doesn't pay up, they'll cut off the electricity, sounds a little strange to me, because the response to that from US could be that they will stop oil flowing through their pipelines. Because remember, I told you the eastern part of Canada gets its oil from the western part of Canada, which is where their oil fields are, through pipelines that actually come into US and then go out. And if US says no oil flows, what's going to happen then? So I think Canada has a job to do, and that is to show US, demonstrate that they have cracked down on all the fentanyl stuff. And unless they do that, US is not going to be convinced. Do that, show that you've made progress, and everything else will fall in place. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to click on the bell button for notifications. Namaskar.